It was 40, and your team also kind of needed every single one of them. How kind of fulfilling is that aspect of it all? That it's coming within the flow. You hit this amazing number, and you're also leading the charge during a critical point of the game.
Um, I feel like it's nice to have that kind of like scoring output when, like you said, like when we need it. But yeah, I think a lot of it too was I think I'm most happy about like not having to force anything, and that's a lot of that is just the team and how we play. So a lot of it was just shots within offense, transition, just like scoring the way that we want to play. So I just happened to be the benefactor of that, and that was so I think that's what made it pretty cool.
You mentioned maybe last week about like kind of thinking bigger than your own offense and like what shots are we getting possession after possession.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like it was never more than one possession in a row where you had like a tough look as a team. What's gone into your ability to kind of help make sure that you guys are executing to the point where you're getting something really good each time down?
Trusting each other. And I think just like fundamentals of like how we want to play on offense. So like playing with pace, setting good screens, cutting, just doing stuff that helps each other. Like a lot of like the invisible stuff that goes into like making a possession good. And I think we've been doing a really good job of that. So when we're able to generate those looks, make or miss, just over time it gives you flow with offense. And I think that's why we've been kind of successful. It's why we've been generating good looks and hitting like wide open shots.
And the lobs are lobbing.
Yeah, they are. They are lobbing right now. I think I threw one to Hart. Did I really?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Shout out Hart. I did throw two of them actually. Yeah, one of them was bad. The other one was good. But it's something that we talk about. Something that's there. We've been getting better at it as we've been able to play more and more. So he does a good job of like kind of pointing and just making eye contact with him. We're kind of figuring that aspect of it out.
When they make 16 threes in the first half, like they did, how difficult is it for you guys not to overreact or swing too far in the other direction when they're doing that?
It's very frustrating, but that is how basketball's played, and it's kind of something you have to live with. I think there were a couple that we could have cut out, which is what we were more, I think, frustrated with. But I mean, that's the NBA. They get paid to play basketball too, so they're going to hit shots. But I think that's the maturity that we're coming with as a team. Like we kind of understand that there's going to be runs, they're going to hit shots. Kind of just stay in the course. So I think we've done a really good job of that all year. We've had games like that where people shoot above expectation and just trying to stay the course. And I think too, understanding that at some point you got to be able to make them miss too. And I thought we kind of clamped down for a little bit defensively, which kind of gave us a bigger lead.
And then just in the fourth quarter for you, what were you looking for? What were you able to get to that led to just kind of the run that you went on there?
I think we did a good job getting stops that gave us space in transition. I know I had a couple like transition buckets. I thought we did a good job buckling down on defense for that stint.
Deter or abandon our game plan because they were making shots. We stuck with it, and it paid off in the end. We were able to stretch the lead pretty well. Let's see, what was that? Yeah, we had a really good third quarter. Third quarter was impressive. They scored 23 points, and obviously they were very hot going into that quarter. So to stick with it and not derail from it is what got the job done.
It just seems like, most of the season, almost all the season, but particularly the last few weeks, like you guys don't go more than one or two possessions with like tough shots in a row. It seems like you're getting a really like a wide open layup or a wide open three, 2 out of every 3 possessions. What goes into maybe the intentionality that you and J-Dub and some of these guys that are kind of helping control the offense are having?
Yeah, we want to give ourselves a best chance possible to score, and doing so, you take good shots, and the ball has energy and offense has a vibe to it. So as long as you're taking good shots, everyone feels good about them. Everybody's ready to play. Everybody's confident in rhythm, and as a result, you score 146 points. Like no matter how good you are, the open shots and the good shots are better shots than the contested shots, and we know that. And because of that, we been pretty good offensively lately.
So obviously, in the second half, you guys flipped the game on its head, but I think the first half, that's the third 70-point half you guys have given up in the past 3 or 4 games just over in the past week for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think that was variance? Was that luck? Like, what did you see there? Because the Spurs hit, I believe, it was a franchise record, 3.5.
Yeah, it felt like they were making everything. Yeah, we could be better for sure. Like, there's always controllables. They made tough shots, but they also had some easy ones. And against the best players in the world, you got to cut out the easy ones, and that's the reason why, because they make tough shots as well. And we know that, and that's what our conversation was about at halftime, and I think we did so in the third quarter pretty well.
What was your perspective of the kind of altercation that got Lou and Kenrich ejected?
Yeah, I don't know. It was a blur. I just tried to separate the blur as best as I could. But yeah, I don't even know how it started, what happened. Figure it out. But
Did you think it made sense that Lou, who was involved with Sohan, that he got ejected and Sohan didn't?
yeah, I didn't understand it, but I also didn't inquire much. I didn't ask too many questions. They had already made a decision. They're not going to change their decision, and we had a basketball game to go win, so that's what I was focused on.
What did you see from J-Dub tonight?
Yeah, he was special. He, for sure, the best game of his career. He was poised. He was aggressive. He made big plays at the right times. Made the right plays for most of the night. He was himself. He had it all clicking tonight, and that's why he had a big night.
We know he's capable of those, but when he gets into those modes like he did in the fourth quarter, it just feels like, when he gets to the rim, you got to look out. What's your perspective seeing him on, getting those modes?
Yeah, I always tell him, just let the game tell you what to do. And I think he did a perfect job of it tonight. He was aggressive and just let it all come to him. And he made plays where he could, and he made passes where he could, and they didn't send two, and he was playing with one guy, and he went to work, and he was special, and we saw that. But it's just a testament to his hard work, his patience, and he was ready for the moment.
I know that's his first 40 piece, but what is that like for you to have a teammate that can go get 40?
Yeah, it's fun for sure. I always the most gratifying part about it is the moment of it. So obviously the game's not going our way. He has a big first half, and he comes in the fourth and blows the game wide open, giving us by the time I had checked back in, the game was over. And I think that moment, to step up to the plate and deliver on the road is very impressive, and it says a lot about not only his game and his skill set, but his mindset and his mental and where he's at. And to get to where we want to get to, we're going to need a lot more of that, and I think he'll be ready for it.
Mark, for